absolutely beautiful astrology soulmates. Welcome to your weekly horoscope for the week of August 16th. And first and foremost, ta-da! The merchandise is here. So make sure you click below this video and you can pick up your astrology soulmate family mugs. There's t-shirts and all kinds of good stuff. So we can sip the astro tea together and talk about what's going on in the cosmos and in your life. So make sure you grab it. It's under the video right here. It's also in the description box as well, okay? All right, my beautiful friends, let us talk about what is going on in the sky this week, because we actually have a couple significant things. Not only do we have a full moon happening at the end of the week, but also Uranus, our last outer planet, is going to step into some retrograde, and it's going to step into a retrograde in an absolutely gorgeous trine to both Mercury and Mars, who are in a conjunction. So let's get in and talk about what this means and what this looks like, okay? So first and foremost, let's jump to Wednesday this week. This is when the energy really takes a big noticeable turn. We've got Mercury coming into a conjunction with Mars, and they're both in the energy of Virgo. They will meet this conjunction at 13 degrees, okay? Now, when Mercury, the planet of our minds, our thinking, decision-making, communication, planning, strategy, comes together with Mars, the planet of action, movement, also a planet of strategy, as these two get together, it's like the mind and the action are together. They're working in sync. So you're sharp, you're clear, you're decisive on what it is that you're doing. You've got that beautiful discernment of Virgo. Mercury is at home in rulership in the energy of Virgo. So truly, what you are doing on this particular day, you have clarity, you have discernment around it. It's a phenomenal day if you need to have surgery of any kind, if you're getting a tattoo, if you're doing anything that requires precision in it. This is a wonderful day to take those actions. Now, I do also like this day for starting new projects. And it's as equally good, though, if you do have to continue on with projects that have been going, but I think it's a lovely energy for beginning some new projects, because as these two come together, I'm telling you, it's just like so sharp and so clear and so precise, so you could really get into that. Now, somebody out there, I don't know, you'll have to let me know in the comment section down below, but are you a jewelry maker, or what do you make? Something, I'm thinking, a clock, a wrist clock, a watch, a watch or clocks, something with fine pieces that you're needing to get into, you're needing to motor and fix it in some way. Let me know if that's you in the comment section down below, but this seems to be a day where you might be very busy working on something like that. And if it is you working on that time machine, you let me know, okay, because I got some things I want to go see. Now, as we get to the 19th, we've got the sun in an opposition to Jupiter. So we've got the sun over here in the energy of Leo, and we've got Jupiter over here in the Aquarius energy. Now, they're going to meet this opposition at 27 degrees. So please make sure you locate this opposition across your chart so you can see what's happening here. Now, whenever there is an opposition, both sides are pulling. They're pulling away from each other. We are opposing. This side thinks this side believes this. So we've got this tension, this internal, I'm going this way and this way and this way. Now, the way that we resolve an opposition is to find the compromise and the space and the place in the middle. What is the commonality, or where can I resign a little without completely sacrificing under these energies? Now, these are two very big energies. The sun, and it's in full power in the energy of Leo and in these final degrees as well. So your sun is motivated for you to be doing something. Right? I want to be doing this. I want to Leo. I want to live with my heart out. I want to express some things. I want to be big. I want to love. I want to romance. I want to play. And Jupiter is retrograde in the energy of Aquarius. So it's taking you back to something that you've already been working on in the Aquarian energy. Things around groupings, things around your addition to your communities, or your addition, what you have to add, your wisdom, Jupiter, to the grouping and the world, but also your long-range plans, goals, and designs. So under this energy, even though Jupiter is retrograde and this is an opposition, it's a relatively optimistic opposition. So you could really be looking good and smelling right on this day. What I want to tell you is enjoy that. Get into it. Be confident. Try not to be too much. Try to stay grounded. These are two very big energies So you want to make sure that you're not being too grandiose. You're not taking on a plan that is too grandiose, because Jupiter, even retrograde, is still really benefic. So it's got a lot of really big energy. But instead, I think you find this place where you can do you and the people can do people, right? Find the place of the me and the we so that everybody can kind of win under this. Where have you been holding on, or you've been in a tug of war, maybe a little bit of a knowledge power struggle with something? And if you just surrender back just a little bit, actually everybody can win, and you can have confidence in the wisdom that you're using to surrender that a little bit. And it could also be too with Jupiter retrograde that somebody surrenders to you a little bit, but compromise is the name of the game. Now later in the day, what's going to happen is that Uranus is going to go retrograde in the energy of Taurus. Now Uranus is going to take this retrograde at 15 degrees of Taurus, okay? And as Uranus takes this retrograde, it's in this really lovely trine to that Mercury and Mars conjunction that was happening over in Virgo. So we've got a gorgeous Earth trine happening, even though Uranus is going retrograde. So let's talk about that for just a second. As Uranus is taking its retrograde, anytime the planet is stationing, this is when the energy of it can really be the most intense, because the planet's making the move. We're having to shift and make the move. As Uranus goes retrograde, what it's taking us back to is to relook over where we might still be stuck, or where we might still have behaviors, actions, or attitudes that are keeping us from our freedom. Now, when Uranus moved into Taurus, all sorts of external things happened to our world, happened to our lives personally. External circumstances came in and challenged us from the inside up to say, hey, can you meet the challenge? Can you meet the change? Are you flexible enough, right? Do you have the wherewithal financially to meet changes and challenges that are coming with you or coming at you? And if you cannot, we need to make some plans for your freedom. We need to make plans for your freedom around wealth, around scarcity, around your ideas of scarcity, around all of these other Tauran kind of issues, fashion, beauty, self-worth, self-esteem. But really, as Uranus came into Taurus and we were shown our preparedness, or maybe lack of preparedness for what happens for each of us individually when external things come, during Uranus retrograde, you get the opportunity to get that together. And this is not the first Uranus retrograde. So you've been working on this. You've been looking at where you've still got things in place that are not allowing you to have the freedom that you would like to have. So remember, during this Uranus retrograde, which Uranus will be retrograde all the way until January, okay? So it'll be the last of our outer planets to come out of retrograde. So as this is happening, go back over. As the pandemic hit your life, were you prepared for that? Were the Taurus areas of your chart ready for that? From 0 degrees of Taurus all the way until 15 degrees of Taurus, have you been ready, prepared, functioning, feeling good, fully mobile? And if not, if you're not free to move in these Taurus areas, use that Uranus retrograde to your favor. Now that trine that's happening between Taurus and Virgo has some discernment, and it's also got Mars and Mercury. So it's discernment of mind and action meets I'm flipping around backwards to see where I'm still stuck and I don't have the freedom I need. So this brings new ideas to your table. They can be creative ideas, and you are feeling an oomph to take them on. Yes, I do want to take this action, because Uranus retrograde soups you up right here from the inside. And you're like, no, I'm motivated for my freedom. Whether it is spiritual, physical, emotional, financial, I am motivated for my freedom. That trine, which creates an opportunity of ease, the mind and the action are all in place. And I think you're excited. And even if you're not excited, I think you are more willing to take actions that maybe you even consider surprising of yourself. I would never do such and such, and I did. I took a leap because I wanted to be free. So look for that kind of energy to be the stamp that gets to stay with you as Uranus takes this retrograde. I'm very excited for you. Please let me know in the comment section down below, what does this look like for you? I've told you guys in this last couple weeks of videos that Leo lights up my 12th house energy, but that means that Virgo is right here at the ascendant. abundant. So as Uranus and this Mercury Mars is coming together, let me tell you, a little stormy grace explosion is on the way. And I know that there's new information coming to how this is going to work to reveal that. So I look forward to, I grow up in public with you guys. You guys get to see me make mistakes, do it all right here in public. So I want to hear what's happening for you. Where are you busting out, my friends? Okay. All right. Now, when we get to the 20th, we have got Mercury in a trine to this Uranus. And the reason we don't just consider it at the retrograde, that we want to separate that we've got this Mercury trine Uranus on this particular day, is because Mercury's moving more quickly than Mars. So it's going to take on a center stage action with Uranus. So Uranus goes retrograde here on the 19th. By the 20th, you could have these new ideas rolling in, new conversations coming to your table, new decisions that you're prepared and ready to make. So as you have this Thursday, Friday experience, just be prepared that that's on your table. Now, as we coast and we get into the 22nd, we've got a full moon happening at 29 degrees of Aquarius. If you haven't had a chance to watch both my Leo new moon video and the Aquarius full moon video, I'll put cards right here somewhere around the video so you can check them out. But as we see this moon happening at 29 degrees of Aquarius, this is our once in a blue moon, because in July, we had a full moon at 1 degree of Aquarius. We've already had all of the light shown on Aquarius energies. So go back into your chart, see where 29 degrees of Aquarius is, and see what was happening for you at 1 degree of Aquarius just back at that full moon that happened in July, okay? Because this is a continuation of that conversation. But at this particular moon as well, we've got the moon in conjunction with beautiful, benefic, but sleeping Jupiter. So this is a pretty fortunate full moon. And it is one that has big, brilliant abundance available to it. It is literally like, please apply your wisdom. At this point, the ruling planet of this full moon has also just recently stepped into retrograde. So there is this signature over and over and over again that it's not new stuff. You have new ideas for old issues. You have new ideas for old issues. So settle. If the world has felt like it's been spinning lately, settle for a minute. What is the common situation? What is the common theme that you've seen? And what are the new ideas that you have to apply this brilliant wisdom that you can pull from the past? As the outer planets are retrograde, we are bringing some things to an end, and we should start to see the ending of those things around October. But at this particular full moon, I have to tell you that I think it's just the ending of a continuation of a conversation. The full moon says we have to end something, acknowledge something, make an adjustment. All of the light in the sky is available, so you're seeing it for what it is. The subconscious, unconscious consciousness of 5 dimensions away is available to you. So what you're looking at is what it is. So enjoy that particular energy. Okay, now I do want to say this. I'm just looking at this moon one more time, and it's really got a nice angle still to this Mars and Virgo situation. I don't know. I think it's a little bit too wide for me, but I think that if you pay attention to the rest of the energies that have happened in the week with the Mars and Mercury conjunction, especially to Uranus, you do get this feel of that innovation and that willingness to change that also, besides the Uranus retrograde zipping you up to here, emotionally, your moon, your insides, your security, the place where you feel connected to the divine and in between the worlds, I think is just ready. It's almost like a position of a grateful position of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that doesn't mean that life has been terrible, but where have you been having this little bit of hold back with moving something forward? And I think that this full moon in the next 4 weeks as they go on give you the courage to be able to do that. So I'm very excited. Grab your merchandise, get your cups. Look, I've got them right here. Get your cups so that we can sit around, sip tea. We're going to start doing some check-ins around here. Bring your mug. Be a part of the Astrology Soulmate family, and let's spend some time together, okay? Like this video, comment, share, subscribe. I love you a whole ton. And let me just say this too. Thank you guys last week for all of the comments that you left and giving me compliments. I want to just say this, I didn't lose any weight. I actually gained 10 pounds. So thank you so much for the comments and the compliments. I love you guys a ton. And I promise I haven't really done anything different, but I love you guys for just taking a minute to acknowledge me. My little Taurusness loves that. So thank you so much, you guys. And I will see you next week. Bye, everybody.